As an African who lives in India, and I have fallen in love with so many types of Indian food, it be the satisfying curry, the fluffy naan, and all those things, before you order that delicious butter chicken, there are some of the things which are now becoming too obvious for me that I can't just keep quiet. And these are some minor issues which are hidden in the Indian food, which we know to be one of the most healthy food in the world. The Indian cuisine is much more concentrated in so many ways on things which will make it healthy, that even things like spices, they contribute to the digestion, or whatever thing that can be added to a dish always have its value in the dish. But some of the things are now becoming too dangerous that every time you consume Indian food, you still have to be cautious about this thing. The first one, this comes to oil. The Indian meals might be somewhere really having some good amount of oil. This comes in forms of ghee, butter, or just normal oil. So many things when it comes to chapati and so many other ones in one dish, almost literally everything might end up being a product which had oil somewhere somehow. And an excessive consumption of that definitely will affect your health. Surprise, surprise, there is another thing which is so much consumed in India, and that's sugar. And you know, there is no spices which is not accompanied by some sweet form. And these might be sweet chutneys, or sugary gravies, or desserts, or condensed milk, lassi, and so many other things, which all of them might end up being packed with sugar. And in as much as we enjoy Indian food, be very cautious about the amount of sugar which you're taking in everything. There is refined carbs. While you might find a lot of beautiful things like vegetables, refined carbs in things like rice and overly processed bread can be of a huge concern. So going for better options like brown rice or whole wheat rotis, or just opt for vegetables which will be accompanying these. It's a much better way to protect yourself instead of just taking everything. One other thing is just the amount of food which you take. Indian people by themselves are generous in the first place, that they might give you so much food, and also the price of the food might be quite affordable that you might want to eat so much, but also the food is too delicious that you might not want to eat just a small portion and eat too much. Unfortunately, not being sure about the amount of sugar and oil and other things that you might be taking, you might end up taking too much, that it's very cautious also to be vigilant about the amount of food that you have in your ones. And at last, not all vegetarian means healthy. It might be vegetarian but still packed with a lot of other things which might not be healthy. This is just to other foreigners. When you come to India, be cautious also about your health while eating most of this food, and choose better, not only to them but even to Indians also. In this time, I am actually trying to follow a much better diet. That's when it came to my mind to realize that there is actually a lot of things might be delicious, but having the wrong choice of some which might not be healthy could lead to a bad health. So even though it's Indian food and we know Indian food is always good, be cautious about what you eat. Thank you so much for being here. Catch you next time.